Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another top 5 video. Since I'm joining May of the Moderns this month, I'm going to do a special video for this readathon. May of the Moderns is a readathon that is hosted by Margaret Pinard. By reading the books written between 1901 and 1945, we would participate in this readathon. I'm going to do a countdown of my top 5 favorite modern classics. Before talking about those books, I want to say that I purposely included just one Agatha Christie book because otherwise I could have put 2 more Agatha Christie books in the list, and I didn't want to be repetitive, and I wanted to include as many books as I can from different authors. Book on the 5th place is my favorite childhood book, which is Pollyanna by Eleanor H. Porter. Pollyanna is an orphan, and she comes to live with her aunt. Even though she has gone through many things, she still plays the game that her father invented, which is being glad in spite of whatever happens. When I was a little girl, this was the book that hooked me to reading. I kept reading the 2 original books written by this author, as well as the 3 sequel novels written by another author, and I loved that series so much. Book on the 4th place is the first book in the Arsene Lupin series by Maurice Leblanc. I actually listened to this book very recently, and I just loved this short story collection in which the gentleman thief is introduced. This is one of the very fine examples of in which the protagonist of the story has a shady value, but because he's both clever as well as respectful to his arch enemy, who is also quite clever, you cannot help but root for it while reading this short story collection. And as the short stories progress, we learn more and more about this gentleman thief, Arsene Lupin. The book on the 3rd place is Anne of Green Gables by Eleanor Montgomery. When you come to think of it, the plot of this book is very similar to Pollyanna. We have an orphan girl again. She is more optimistic than usual, and she has an imagination that gave me hope while reading this book. This book has also an additional place in my heart. Because of this book, I discovered BookTube. When I read the book, I wanted to find more books like this one, and typed Anne of Green Gables review, and then I discovered BookTube, which I am now very glad to be a part of. The book on the 2nd place is Rebecca by Daphne de Maurier. I simply love this gothic mystery book. In this book, the unnamed narrator, who is called the second Mrs. De Winter, marries a man who is older than her. But when she comes to Manderley, the house of her husband, she is reminded of his late husband's first wife, Rebecca, all the time, and she cannot help but compare herself to her. And the mystery behind Rebecca's death haunts her all throughout the book. The reason that I love this book is because of the atmosphere of the book. It is written very well. The house Manderley is like a character in itself. The suspense continues all throughout the book, and I have to say I really do love the ending, which was considered controversial for its time. And the book on the 1st place is my favorite book of Agatha Christie, and then there were none. In this book, 10 people are invited to an island by a mysterious house owner. All of them have a secret from their past they do not want to share. And as the days go on, we learn more and more about their past, and the guests are murdered one by one as each day passes. There are many good things that I can say about this book, but the most impressive thing is the structure of the mystery, I think. It has a unique structure, at least 6 very well-defined characters. Like Rebecca, the atmosphere of suspense keeps us readers on edge all throughout the book. I have given many of Agatha Christie books 5 stars, 10 out of 10. But I think Agatha Christie is at her best in this novel, and then there were none. So those were my top 5 modern classics that I read so far. Please comment down below. What is your favorite book that was written between the years 1901 and 1945? I really would like to read more from this era. As most of you know, I love backlist books and reading from different time periods. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose thief. Thief means hırsız in Turkish, and hırsız is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.